Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. This is a new setup, so it's taken me all day to figure this out, how to record in this like downward angle. I think I moved the arm, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably like 7 or 8 times. And then with my phone, it kept doing the up and down orientation. So, I don't know. Hopefully this works. So yeah, I just wanted to show you. This will be my first official. I know I have a junk journal video already up on that playlist. But this is going to be the first one. The stuff that I've been learning and the stuff that I'm starting to do. So this is my scrapbook. This is my first journal. So I want to show you what I have so far. There's not much. It's just my first run. So I made myself this cover with a envelope. And I put this as the background paper. I did not cover the envelope, just like the cover page I did. And then this, I didn't do it all the way. And then I went on my sewing machine and I stitched it. So if you look at this, I actually stitched it like this. And then like this. So down the middle there's two, but I guess I didn't center it because the one you can see on the inside here, but if you look at the back one you can't see it. There's a little bit there and then that's it. I didn't stitch down this actual paper. See, it's like one square and then the front has a square. So I should have followed along this line. Maybe that was the first. And I just didn't get it right. But that's okay. And I sewed in my signatures. 3 signatures. There you can see. There's 3 signatures. And I used embroidery floss. What I did was I ended on the top and I tied them. And then I took the 3 ties, because don't forget there's 2, right? So when you go through, you have a starting point, you go through, and then you have your end. And I had them all end here because I thought it would be a nice little hanger, right? A little dangle. And so my start and end, I did a knot with it here. I did a knot there, and I did a knot there. Then I took those double strands and I braided it. That's about 1 inch and a little bit, maybe 1.25 inches. And then I left the rest thinking I could hang some beads on it. And then maybe a dangle on the bottom, a charm. So I haven't completed that. I just noticed that I didn't do a very good job here. Maybe I should have reinforced it from the inside. I'm not sure. But like I said, this is my first one. So yeah, this one, I figured Paris, you know, the family going on vacation, you got your suitcases. So I made these tabs. I have a bunch of tabs. I got all kinds. And I put 3 of them in here, and I have more clipped over there. No, you can't see it. But then I decided to try and make other ones. And different ways of making them. So this one, I just folded the piece of cardstock in half, and I cut the 4 corners so it looks like that when you open it. And I figured that would be something different, and then you would just glue it or staple it on. This one I stapled, but I was thinking of putting like a gem or something there. And it's the same with this one. You can glue it or staple it, and then you can leave it or put a gem on it. So that's number 2. And then here I took another piece, and this one I made with the tag maker. What I did was, hold on, I have another piece around here somewhere to demonstrate. Saying this is that piece, and you can see this one is wider than that one, so it's not quite the same, but this is the idea behind it. I went in here, centered it, and then punched. Then I took it, turned it. Now remember, this is also longer than that, right? So you got to make it the right size. Anyways, I turned it around and I did it again. And that's how I got this. Like, I folded it first because it's easier to fold when you don't have anything going on. Then I did that side and that side. And so that's another tab. And I thought with this one, I could put a grommet there and put a, I don't know, just a grommet, I guess. Or I could even have a dangle coming out of the page, or I could put a gem on there. I could do, because there's paper behind it, you could do the stickler. Or not the stickler, the pearl. You know, that liquid shiny stuff. I don't know. There's lots of ideas. You could think of a button. I don't know if it's a flat button, if it's flat enough. And then I made this one, which was basically the same idea as this one, but instead of cutting it, I used my corner cutter. So I used the biggest one, the 10 millimeter, and I went like that, and then I did all 4 corners. And because it's only doing the corners, it left the middle part still connected. And then that's another type of tab. And then with this one, I took this, which is just like a roll of paper tape, and I put it on like this. You could use a bottle, a glass, and then with a pencil you do a line. You cut it out, and I folded it, flipped it over, and then cut it again. All of these, though, I folded before I even started. I folded it first. Then you can open it and you can work with it. So then I did the pencil, cut, close it up, and then cut that side so that they would be symmetrical. And then that is another tab. Now with this tab, I made a whole bunch of them. And with this one, I just took a piece of cardstock like that. And then I took a round hole punch. This is a 1 inch. And then I would just go. And then you only put it as far as you want the punch, right? So we take this. You only go like that far. And then you punch. But you have to remember and do the same for each one. There was 1 or 2 that it ended up one corner was deeper punched or less punched. So I would just go and do it again. They don't have to be 100% perfect, just so that to the visual eye it looks perfect. And then I have a little place here to clip it on. And so that's how I did these things. And I'm trying to think of other ways without buying a tab punch, how I could get away with making tabs. Don't forget, you can also use lace or fabric to make these things also, right? Alright, so we'll go on with the book. Now these papers are just, actually this one's not bad, but, oh, I don't think I have any in this one. I have some scrapbooking paper that's 12 by 12 that the color on it is very muted and it's not a very good color. Those are going to be my next book after this. that is going to be for me, and it's just going to be ideas in it, just like this one. But anyway, so that's the paper. I did graph paper. And that one, lined paper. Now, I don't know why, but this accounting paper is really green. The previous pad I bought was this color. You see the difference? This is what I was hoping for, and this is what I got. So I'm thinking maybe I'll try copy dyeing it, or a tie-dye kind of dye, Easter egg, some kind of dye that can mute it a bit. I don't know. I'll have to try, like, experiment with it, because this is what I wanted. This is what I got. Mind you, you can also buy this in plain white and then just copy dye it too, or tie dye. Anyways, and then I made this little pouch, but what I realized, I had glued it completely. There's no pocket there, which is fine. See, you can put your card in here. Here, I'll take one of my sayings. So you can just put it like that. And the same with this side. There is no pocket here. I glued it shut. I thought this was pretty. This is some washi tape I got. And then I put, this was a plain, I guess, label. And then I put the word sparkle that I typed on my computer. And then I put a sticker of a butterfly. And then this is cardstock. And again, I did the corner cutting. I just cut rectangular piece of cardstock. And then I cut out the corners. And I got this. I could have done it myself on the computer. But to start all off, there was just so much time involved in creating your own. So I bought a book that had a bunch of words in it. And then I just stuck a couple of butterflies on it. This one I absolutely love. It turned out so nice. I have not glued it in. I do plan on gluing it in. I'm just not going to have it on this page because this is the brown and there's no brown in there. And it's a dark brown. It's not like a neutral brown, like a beige. But I just wanted to stick it in there. So this is what I did. Now, if I would have made this shorter, I could have had 2 side pockets. But I did it like this so that you wrap it around the page. And then if you're gluing it in, you then have a tuck spot right there. See, just like that. You can tuck in something. You know, even a receipt if you're using it to save your receipts. But I really love the color combination on this one. And then I made this. I did not round the corners on this one. But I did put a gem and some ribbon. This is some blue ribbon I have. And then I did a backing of with color, knowledge, and the bird. And the way the bird is with its wings spread out like that, it kind of looks like a phoenix, which renews itself, right? It's, yeah. And then I also did this, which I thought was beautiful. This is, I guess it's like vellum paper. It had the flower on it. And then I backed it with some old print. And I put it on the purple. And what this is, it's a matchbook notepad. So you open it up. And there's your notepad. Just paper. What I was thinking is maybe putting like a little stamp on it or something. Or a sticker. And I put some washi on here. And then I did the 2 staples, the little mini stapler. And it's a matchbook notepad. And I think it's beautiful. The purple with the blue. Just so pretty. I might do another one with the paper that I'm not so crazy about. And because this is just a scrapbook for me. And then maybe I'll keep this for a journal that I'm actually going to make for somebody and give away. See, there's a pocket here. There's the pocket there, which this stuff is in. I could just glue it to the top and then use this as a secret pocket. And then when you glue it in, you would glue the top and bottom here so that this would be another pocket. Oh, I just love this one. I love coming back to this page all the time. So beautiful. All the different colors, like the patterns with the two colors. And there's green in there too. But I didn't do any of this stuff with green. And then this was the one that my boyfriend gave me that he didn't want. It's just some letterhead. And you can tell I put more on this side because of the blue sky. And I put less on this side because it's just the road. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And then there's that page. And then here I did another one, but I didn't glue this one down. So you can see you fold it up, you fold in the sides. Well, actually I think you fold this and then you go back and do the sides. But yeah, see, this one you can do it this way and have the pocket this way, or you can fold in the sides first and have the pocket that way. Whereas in mine, I had sealed it all, like I put glue on this whole thing. And then I didn't put any glue in the middle. You know, you can do it the way you want. I haven't decorated this one yet. Because I keep thinking of the flaps. How do I want them? And if I have them this way, then I have to trim off the little bit of white, the overhang. And then this paper I love because it's stamped. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe on the other sheets it'll show. I do have it in here 3 times. Panama. It's Panama. It's a ledger. Must have been when my mom went down there, because this is something she had. She must have gone down there, or maybe when she went to Mexico somebody had it from Panama. Yeah, so I thought the stamp was pretty cool. It's an original. And then this is another one I did. This one is glued in. So there is a pocket over here. And then you have the pocket here. And then this is a belly band. And I make a bunch of these kind of cards. It's basically cardstock with regular paper. This too, it's cardstock in the back and paper in the front. And so it's ready. I can either use it as is, or I can decorate it up more, or if I want to, I could even choose to decorate the back, use that as the card, and then when you flip it over, there's something there also, right? But I just make a whole bunch of these cards, and then I throw it in my drawer, and then, you know, they're ready for when I need them. So here's another little pocket. This was the first one I made. So it's just a little pocket. And it does have a backing that I glued down. It's like an envelope. And then this one, like I have a lot of this funky colored paper, so I figure, hey, it's the best place to use it. I should have used the pages too instead of using these. That could be pretty nice in a one that I give away. I should have used the junky looking ones, but whatever. So here there's a side tuck, and then there's a room for a card in here. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it out. Where is it? Oh, it's these papers. Like the colors are not very well, these are vibrant, but they're not that great, the colors. Like look, there's gray, and the gray and the yellow, like look at the yellow. It's not very, I don't know how it's going to show up on the camera, but in person, it's, I don't like the color. See, this is not bad, but this one, the yellow, I don't like any of the yellow in here. Like, that looks horrible. I won't even say what it looks like. Like the gray is not bad, but I don't like the yellow. And then there are these colors. And these are very colorful pages. Extremely colorful. And I love color, so that's not a problem for me. And then here is the yellow, orange, and red. And this is the set. Oh, actually, I think this is the one my daughter gave me. So those are all the colors and the patterns that come in the package. 180 sheets. Do I have the backing? No, I don't have the back page. I don't know how much this was or where she got it from. Oh, it says Michaels. So this is from Michaels. 60 designs. So if it's 60 designs and 180 sheets, that's 3 sheets of each pattern. That's a lot of paper. So I inherited it from my daughter. And so I'm going to be making journals. I separated the colors because they seem to put colors in groups. So these I have not separated yet. So they'll have pink and they'll have purple. And then they'll have sheets that have the pink and the purple. And then after the pink, you go into the red and the orange. And then in between, you have sheets that have red and orange. Well, this one has yellow too. Oh, it looks like I don't have any left of the red and orange. There's the yellow, the horrible yellow. I don't like the yellow color. That's just me though. And then the gray. So these are the ones that aren't separated, and these are separated into 3 packs. This is the yellow, orange, and red, which is basically red and orange. And then this one is the blue and the green. And then this one is the gray and the yellow. Oh, and then there's a pink and purple probably. Yeah, pink and purple. So I figure I'll do these 4 in 4 more journals. And then if anybody likes it, they can have it. If not, unless I have some new things, and then I'll want to keep it like I do this one. Okay, where does it go? It goes in there. Alright, so yeah, and then I have these funky colors too. These are cardstock. And this is a cardstock. It's a cardboard, but it's all white. I wonder. And then here I tried to make some more little ones, but I goofed up. Like it is very narrow and very tight. The glue, I'm wondering if I used a glue stick maybe, because the glue went pretty far in. And so, like, this you would think is the right size for this kind of pouch, because look, there's only a little bit of space. But yeah, this is barely fitting in. See, on this one it fits a little better. Still tight, but it's better. But this one is really tight. It's gonna have to be something really small I put in there. And then we go on, graph paper, the white cardboard. And then here I just decided to do something with my doily. I got a bag. I wonder if I have a paper that's bigger. Okay, I'll use the back side of this. This is a letter. And so that can go in there. But I still have the fold in the envelope. So you could put like one at the back part and then something else in front of it in the other fold, like, because it's like an accordion. And then also here there's a pocket, just a tiny little one. Like, if you look at the paper, it's not going in very far, but it's a nice little pocket. You can put something small in there. And oh, look at that, I left a tuck. Oh, belly, yeah, this side's sealed. So there's actually a tuck here. I did not know that. Look at that. There's a hidden pocket. Because this side is sealed. And this is sealed. And this is sealed. But this isn't. It's all the way open. So yeah, I made a little tuck in here. I better leave this in there or something in there. Otherwise, I'm not going to remember, because I didn't remember until just now when I looked. There, I'm going to leave that in there, and I'm going to use that. I did not realize it. I have to do something so people know there's a little pocket. Well, then again, it could be a secret. But yeah, so I just glued a doily, and I still have to put something here and decorate this. And then there's that. And then this is another one. It's similar to the other one, except this one, it has a pocket and a belly band. Whereas the other one had the double pocket on it. This one has a belly band and a pocket. And then again, it has that notch, which means you glue it in. And again, I haven't chosen the page. I just stuck it in here. So you would glue the top and bottom and have a pocket. And then here, you could glue these two sides and have a pocket up here. Or do these two and then have a hidden pocket over here. So there's that one, which is a repeat. And I have a few like that. I enjoyed making those. Anyways, there's that and that. Just a bunch of pages I selected. This one is another one I really love, and it's on here. It's not coming off. So with this one, I did like a corner pocket, and then you have a pocket here. Oh, I love that butterfly. And it has the same color, so I thought it'd be perfect. Then you have a big pocket here, a pocket here, and then a tuck over here. And then another pocket over here. Right there. So I really like this one. Those are my two favorite. This one and that other one I was showing you. Not that one. That one's nice too, but it's not one of my... Oh, this one. This one is my #1 favorite. I love it, love it, love it. And this one is #2. And you know, I may just leave it like that. I may put a stencil, because I have all these borders. These are more for the side of the page, but these are more for on top. So I might put a border up there. Something more abstract. Maybe do it like this. Do this one. That might be nice. Or something like this. No, I would prefer this one. That one, it's because it's going opposite directions. I don't want that. I don't like that up there, but I do like this one because it's consistent. This one is another, well, these are leaves, not flowers. That might work. And again, I could use any one of these, just don't do the whole thing, right? Just stop before the end. They are gaps in it, so you could stop it wherever you want. I could do even just the one. Anyways, you know, I can talk. This is another one I like. I just don't like the paper I used, but I liked the idea and I like the inserts. So this one, no pocket there, nothing there. You could put a pocket there. So this one, I made this one, nothing in the back, just plain and simple, grommet, mom and dad, family tree, and family. I really like that, and the birds. And then this one, it was just that 2-card thing, like I do all the others. I put a card, one of them is cardstock, and then usually it's the backing, and then the picture is just paper. And that one's really nice with the butterflies. Purple, light blue, and brown. So of course it doesn't go with this material, this pattern. But whatever. It's all good. And then this one was really fun too. I struggled trying to think, how am I going to use this? And this was in that book. I struggled with this because I liked the birds, and then I liked the fan, but I'm like, how do I? And then I found the words magical treasure, and I thought, oh, that's like, Mayan treasure kind of thing. So I really like that. And then this is just, I thought, like that would be a good spot for a bookmarker, but I didn't make it into a bookmarker. And then this is just a double belly band. You can put a card here. Like if you get a birthday card or Christmas card, you can put there. And then there's another one here. Most of these pages aren't done because I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. This one I really liked. I have a lot of the scrap paper because I print some of my receipts online. And then I don't want the size of a printer paper, which is 8.5 inches. The receipt only takes up maybe 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches. So I cut off the white strips on the side. And then I was thinking, oh, I could use that like a notepad. So I did put 2 staples. And then I just put a ribbon to cover the staples. If I get some Sticklers or Nova Drops or whatever, I don't know what brand, I may put a few dots of the shiny pearls, the liquid pearl, and then versatile, and my little butterfly. Well, that was another idea. Here again, this is I think the last one of the collection that I did. Different paper, different styles. Tuck spot there, tuck spot here, if I can get in there, right there. And then of course on one of them I glued just down here and made it like a tuck. You can make a secret pocket, or you could just seal it, glue it all down. And then here, of course, top and bottom, you have your little tuck spot. Like I said, I really enjoyed making those. So I think I made like 5 of them or 6 of them. This paper I really like too. On some of these blank sides, I'm going to use that stencil I showed in my you know, the video that I did, craft room drawers. There was the stencil with the mason jar, and it had lines on it. I was thinking putting that on one of these pages, and then you could write on the mason jar. So yeah, these blank pages are probably going to be like border or stickers, whatever, but then in the middle I'll probably have lines, or maybe make it like a notebook on this side, you know, with the lines. See, this is just by itself, just so I need to still do something with the rest of it. You got to start somewhere, right? And I'm more apt to decorate these white pages than I am like the accounting sheets or the graph paper or like this, because it has a pattern. So even if I just do the white pages, do something and then add the lines to write on, because that's a lot of white space to write on in the whole thing. So some of it I'm going to, you know, just add some color and some shine. So in this, I did the cover as I showed you at the beginning. And then there you can see the 3 signatures. And what I did was I did 10 pieces of paper. Is it 10? I think it's 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So there's 10 pieces of paper. Of course, some is the full size, some are these kind of things. I was thinking of putting envelopes in here too, but I decided not to. So that's 10 pages, right? So you times it for each signature, you times it by 4, because you have this side. If I can open it. So you have this side, this side, this side, and this side. So from that one piece, you have 4 pages. So if you have 10 pieces times 4, this signature is like 40 pages. So times 3 is 120 pages. So if you were looking at a book that you were reading, this would be page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on and so forth. So this is a 120 page book that I made. And so now I just got to fill up the pages with all kinds of ideas of things to make. Some of them, like this one, I probably will take out and make a new one to put here. Or then again, I have a lot of them, so I may not even replace it. I might do something totally different. Or I might leave this page blank and do something on this side. I did want to add in a few more tabs, but not the same patterned one. I want to do other patterns. I also wanted to show you this. So the envelope that was in here with the doily on it, if I can find it, I'm going to use it as an example here. So what I did was, right where this flap is, a little higher, I cut it across. Where do I have these extra pieces? Oh, I probably have them in my drawer. Anyway, so I cut it a little bit higher, because there's something you can do with this also. I don't know where I put it. There is something you can do with this. It's like ends up, you open the flap and it's a little container. You can put some stickers in, and then you close it But anyways, so about a 1/2 inch up, I cut it across, and then I glued it, this upper part. So these are more pouches. What I want to do is do a stitching, or you could put just washi tape too. So these two are the exact same. It's just one's white, one's brown. This one was one I had like 5 years ago or 6 years ago when my grandson was born. I had bought these. And then this one I bought recently, but I did not pay attention. This is extremely thick. It's cardboard. So I had to use the fabric fix to glue it down. I didn't think any of the other ones I used would glue it down. And then stitching through it, I popped out the corners, like these folds. You know, these things, I actually pushed them out so that it wouldn't have the fold on the inside. Because I was thinking, if I'm going to stitch this on the sewing machine, I'm going to break my needle. And I was worried about my needle. So I also was thinking of maybe putting washi tape on it and then do the stitching on the washi tape, because I have, here's my collection of washi tape. I did a master board with the washi tape. So the purple, I'm thinking here you got kind of purple, pink, and orange. Put that on it, or no, I don't want the plain one. Maybe something like this to add some color, because we all know I love color. Don't want the polka dot because it's going to compete. Maybe the zigzag. I really want to use this though. I really like this one. I don't know that it'll go. Maybe the, no, I don't want the purple, the pink. I really like this. I'll probably end up using that. There's also the polka dot. But then polka dot with polka dot. I think this would go better. And then I can just zigzag white thread over it, right? Now this is a master board I'm playing around with. Like I said, there's so many things you can do. It's all a matter of figuring out what to do with it. So yeah, these are the envelopes I did that I'm just starting to do. This one I could even put a saying on it, like that. And then, I don't know, maybe do it to one side, put like a flower with butterfly, do it in the middle. No, like that. Well, maybe in the middle. And then have the flower one that curves, and then have the butterfly over here. That would be nice. Anyway, so that's the video. That's all I got this time around. I keep talking about how I'm playing around with this junk journaling. So I wanted to show you what I've done. This is the envelope. I used to work for them. I had my own business selling their products. And so I would get a whole bunch of these envelopes because they go by campaigns. There are 26 campaigns in a year. And so I would get 26 of these every year. And then the last year, instead of getting 26, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get like 50 of them. And if I can use them for other things. Well, I ended up quitting that last year. And I ended up getting stuck with all these envelopes. So I thought, hey, that works. And if you want to know the size, I have a lot of journals I'm going to be doing in this size. So the size is 10 inches, and folded in half, it makes it 6.5. So 6.5 by 10. And then the paper that I put in it which it works. Like there, yeah, it's a little bit extra, but it does work. What size is this paper? Here, we'll go roughly this way. Yeah, so that's 11. Oh, it says by 9. Do I not have any lined paper in here? What about printer paper? If we take a printer paper, and I'm going to fold it in half. There we go. So you could cut along the bottom, because the sides might be fine. I don't know. If it's binded in there. Yeah, you could always just take a 1/4 inch off here, and then maybe a 1/4 inch off here, reseal it, and then you could just use regular 8.5 by 11 paper. Something else I wanted to show you on these envelopes, what I did with this one, I folded the flap in and glued it down, because with this one, remember I was saying I didn't do it with this one, but you could put a board in it. Well, that's what I want to do with this one. I want to put a board in there, so this will be the journal with your signatures, and then you'd have a board in here, so when you want to write, you could pull the board out, put it behind the page you want to write on, and it would be a flat surface. So I figured out I could put the board in this way. And the board that I would use, if I can find it, should be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I got this board from the dollar store. It's $4 for 6 boards. And it's a little bit big. What size is it? Oh, it's 9.8 inches by 9.8. So I may have to trim off a little bit here. And then I figure you cut it, oh, it's more than half. I thought I would cut it in half, and then that way 6, I'd end up with 12 boards. So it would last me like a while. And then I would have to trim this too. And you can use tools, like electric tools if you want, like a circular saw or a jigsaw. But honestly, I've seen people use just your ruler. You put it in place and you use a knife and you keep going and going and going, like, I don't know, 30 times, and it does cut it. So yeah, that's why I got that. So there you go. How long has it been? Oh, 48 minutes. See, I just talk way too much. All right, well, there you go. I'm going to put all this stuff away. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Just, I wanted you to see, where I'm at. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. All right, well, you take care. Enjoy life. Have fun. Enjoy the beautiful weather. If you have beautiful weather, we had a bunch of rain again. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.